Hello friends, welcome to my channel. My name is Michelle and I'm the Beauty Treasure Hunter. Little did I know that April the 4th, 4-4, was Dupes Day for MCo Beauty. And they had a giant sale where everything site-wide was $4.44. So I got this entire look with products from MCo Beauty. I'm going to show you my haul and what I think of these products. So if you want to see how I got this look, then hang with me. I have already put on my Nivea Super Water Gel SPF 50 sunscreen because I know it's going to work under anything I try. I have also already filled in my brows with this Buxom liner and put them into place with my Super Lock by Maybelline in clear. Now, everything else I'm going to use today will come from MCo Beauty. The first thing I'm going to do is prime my eyelids, and I've got the concealer, one of the concealers from MCo Beauty, and I think this is the dupe for the NARS Creamy Concealer. I've got the Grip Primer by MCo Beauty, and I do think that it's a dupe for the Milk makeup one. I only have the one that's kind of glowy by Milk, the Grip and Glow Primer, but I'm going to use this one all over my face. But I need to do the bronzer first. I think the MCo Beauty bronzing drops are supposed to be a dupe for the Drunk Elephant. I don't have the Drunk Elephant in this package, but that's all right. Okay, those feel very nice. And just to show you, let's see, I'll try to do little comparisons along the way. All right, here are the Drunk Elephant bronzing drops, and here are the MCo Beauty. The MCo are a little bit thicker, but I think they have about the same color. And I think the MCo ones blended out nicely on my face. The Hydra Grip, it looks like it's green in the container, but it's fairly clear. And the Milk ones that I have are the glowy ones. So really, if you get this primer, you don't need anything else glowy. And this is just a Hydra Grip, and it is very sticky. So here we go with that. I think I'm only going to put this in my T-zone. That feels fantastic. I can tell it's really grippy, but then it doesn't feel super sticky, so that's good. Gonna move on to my eyes, and I've got a little quad by MCo Beauty. Look at all those fingerprints. And it is the one that's called City Socialite. Looks like this. And of course, I do think it is a copy of the Charlotte Tilbury. And this one is in the Rock Chick. So I don't know if my colors will be the same, but you can tell that they're kind of trying to go for this Charlotte Tilbury vibe on that one. And since this one does not have a matte to start off with, I'm just going to use the Miracle Flawless Pressed Powder and the number 19 brush that I have. That's my Beauty Art set. I did get another set because I was just intrigued, and they're good quality. They are not dupes for anything that I'm familiar with, but I do like them. And there's really not a matte crease shade. These are all shimmers. So I'm going to use some MCo Beauty bronzer that I think is supposed to be a dupe for some NARS. Maybe the Laguna. Here's what it looks like. So I'm just going to use that in my crease today with that same number 19 brush. And this one is just in the shade Bronze. Now I'm going to go in with the lighter of the grays, still sticking with my same brush. I'm going to go in the outer corner, see what we've got here. They seem to be very lightly pigmented, which does make them more goof proof. But then you also have to work harder to build up that color. So now I'm going to go into the darkest one and see what it's got to give me. Still pretty goof proof. I was expecting this one to be just so dark, but it's not, which means I can just go at it and have a good time and not worry about messing up. So let me compare these two gray shades. That's the MCo. And I'll do these two gray shades on the Charlotte Tilbury. Okay, very similar, but Charlotte's are more pigmented. Okay, now I need to add a little sparkle, so I think I'm going to go with the sparkliest on my mobile lid. I really like that. And now I'm going to take a flat brush. This one's number 45, and I'm going to go into, I think, the darkest gray to go underneath with. So when you think about the price comparison, it's an incredible difference there. This is just the MCo Beauty Waterproof Full Lash Mascara. I don't think it's a dupe for anything. I mean, the container kind of reminds me of like CoverGirl Lash Blast or the Rimmel Scandalize, but that, you know, it's not a dupe for that. There is one mascara made by MCo, the Extend Lash, I think, that is supposed to be a dupe for a Kevyn Aucoin. But I don't have either one of those. Okay, I do like that. All right, I did try one of their lippies, and its color, it's the Peptide Lip Treatment in Vanilla Brulee, and I think it is a dupe for the Ole Henriksen, and this one is in the Creme Brulee. So put this on the bottom, and I'll put the Ole on the top. They felt the same. I do think the Ole has a little bit more, not exactly taste, but you know when something has the scent that it can affect how it tastes on your lips. But I do think they're pretty close, definitely in color. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do my under eye concealer. I meant to clean up that edge. I can still do it. My Sephora 71, and in that first Beauty kit that I have listed, it also comes with a 71 as well. I think I got a little bit more on this side, so I'm going to share it with the other side. I like to come up and just cover that vein right there. I'm going to use the warmth of my fingers. Okay, the first complexion product I want to talk about is their dupe for the Hollywood Flawless Filter by Charlotte Tilbury. This one, I think, is in shade 4 medium. And I just kind of like to go around the perimeter of my face with this. And to me, this one is as good of a dupe as the e.l.f. Halo Glow filter is. And I love that shade 4. I think in e.l.f. it may be a 3.5, but it's kind of like an olive shade. And then I have a choice on my complexion products today. We'll talk about all of them. Okay, the first one I think it's pretty obvious that this one is a dupe for the L'Oreal True Match Nude. And I got these both in 3-4. Here's the MCo. Okay, here's my L'Oreal. And I do think the L'Oreal is a tad darker. So the shade match is not exact. But this is not what I'm going to use today because I have a couple more options. Okay, I do have the MCo Beauty Miracle BB Cream, and I looked it up to see what it was supposed to be a dupe for. And some people say it's for the It CC cream. All I have is the Nude Glow in that. I do have some other, but I can't find it at the moment. So this is what the medium shade in the BB cream looks like. And there's the light. And I have this, the Nude Glow by It right here, and it is in medium. Okay, so we would be comparing the colors of these two. So those two are MCo. This one is the It. And they look very comparable. One more option to go. Okay, I have the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin. This is in shade 3 Cool, but it's way too orange for me. But I have the MCo Beauty Miracle Flawless Skin Foundation in Natural Beige. And just to show you, I think maybe this one is more comparable to the 4 Neutral in the Charlotte. Okay, here's the Charlotte. And here is the, did I say Neutral Beige? So I like this color better. This is just a little bit on the orange side for me, but you can see those consistencies are pretty close. So I'm going to go with this as my base today, the Miracle Flawless Skin Foundation in Natural Beige. I love using my fingers for this. When I use a brush or a sponge, sometimes it just feels like I'm getting too much, or like I can't get it warmed up and into my pores well enough to suit me. Okay, that feels very nice. Okay, now I have this dual-ended contour stick. The dual end, it's got a brush on this end. And this one, it says medium to dark. And I like a more cool dark shade for my contour. So since I like a flat brush to blend, I think I will try this today. I think if you had a really matte base, this would be difficult to blend out. But if you have a glowy base, it's a bit easier. Okay, now I have a choice on my liquid or cream blush today. I think I'll show you these two first. This one obviously looks like a dupe for the Rhode Pocket blushes, and I think this one is like a dupe for Toasted Teddy, but it is called Warm Terracotta. Here's Warm Terracotta. And this, I'm not sure what I think it's a dupe for, but the color is Peony Rose. It's called the Baby Face Multi-Use Cream Stick by MCo. So here's Peony Rose. This one is creamier and this one is glossier. I also have the blush drops. I think that's supposed to be a dupe for the Drunk Elephant blush drops. This one just says pink blush. Here's what it looks like. Extremely baby pink. And I'm going to compare that to the Drunk Elephant blush drops, which are The ones I have are a little bit more rosy. So I think of all these, I'm going to go with this one today, the Peony Rose. Go use a number 47. And for my powder blush, I have a choice. I've got the Baked blush, and I think this is probably a dupe for the Kosas. This one's in Rose Gold. I do not have a Kosas blush. I do have the CoverGirl one, which is kind of marbled and baked as well. So that's also similar. And then I also have the Soft Touch powder blush in Dusty Rose. Here's what it looks like. Very nice. And judging by the packaging, I think this is supposed to be similar to the NARS. And the darkest NARS one I have, yeah, I'm not going to say that name, but it's more of a pinky. So I don't really have a dupe color, but I do think the formula is supposed to be the same. And since I've already tried this, so I think I want to try the marbled baked blush that's supposed to be like the Kosas. And a number 93 brush, just to go over the cream. Okay, just like the one of the blushes that I showed you was supposed to be a NARS dupe, I think this one is as well. This is bronzer, bronzing powder, Summer Glow bronzing powder in the shade Bronze. I think maybe it's supposed to be like a copy of the NARS Laguna Beach. And here's what it looks like. I'm using a number 50. And I have a couple of stick highlighters. I have this one is in the shade Pearlescent. I think it's supposed to be a dupe for maybe a Fenty one. I only have the matchsticks in Fenty, which are, you know, the color correctors. I don't have one that's a highlighter. So, and then I also have this one. It's the Highlight Glow Stick. I'm not sure what it's supposed to be a dupe of, but these look very similar. So here's this one, and it is pretty creamy. And here's this one, and it's more of a glossy. And since the glossy is generally what I prefer, I think I'll go with that. I'm gonna use my small Moda kitten paw that I got at Walmart. I'm gonna wipe off my Vanilla Brulee and Creme Brulee, because we do have some Pillow Talk dupes. So in the Charlotte, this is what Pillow Talk looks like. And I also have the Pillow Talk medium, and I have both of these just in the minis that were available as a gift one time. Now MCo has like 4 really good colors. And the first one that's supposed to be a dupe for the Pillow Talk is the Cheeky Chat. I think there are 5 different colors I have. Okay, yeah, here's Cheeky Chat. I'll put it right under Pillow Talk. Pretty close. And I'm not sure which of the other ones I have will be a dupe for the medium. This one is called Prancing Proudly. Ooh. And I don't think it is a dupe, but I will put it down here because I don't think it is. Yeah, that's more red. The next one is Luxe Pink. So let's see. Definitely pink. It's not a dupe for the medium. The next one is Very Shelly. I think it might be. I'll put it up here and we'll see. Still not quite dark enough, but that is a nice color. And then I've got Rose Saturn. And that was a nice one too. So I don't really think we have a dupe for this one, but I do think this one, Pillow Talk and Cheeky Chat, are a good match. And I think I'm going to go with just the regular Pillow Talk. Not Pillow Talk, Cheeky Chat. What am I saying? And the only liner I have is Cheeky Chat. So this one's by MCo. These are very creamy. They're not super long wearing, but nice nevertheless. I have 3 of them. I love them so much. Okay, here comes Cheeky Chat. Just lovely. And I also got a gloss by MCo Beauty, Pout Glass. And looks like this. I think it's supposed to be the same as the Fenty Gloss Bomb. This one's an oil one. And the MCo Beauty color is Tickle. So here's the Fenty. And here's the MCo. So a little bit different colors. As you can tell, this one's the MCo. And I'm going to put the MCo on my lips. Very pleasant. Now I'm going to go back to my Miracle Flawless pressed powder. And let's see, out of my new brush set by Beauty, this is the Pro Full Flawless Face number 2. And I have the MCo Beauty Miracle Flawless Setting Spray. It's supposed to be like the Charlotte. And they both have a scent. Let's see. Okay. They're a little bit different. But the MCo is nice. I think the mister on the MCo is a little better, if you want to know the truth. I got splattered a little bit with the Charlotte. Okay. That's nice. So this is my final look of the day. Can you believe I scored those MCo Beauty products for $4.44 a piece? And honestly, I feel as bougie right now as if I had used an entire face of Charlotte Tilbury stuff. Okay, so you'll want to sign up and get on their email list. So if they ever do anything like that again, you will be able to cash in too. Wherever you are in the world, I hope you're doing well and hope spending this time with me took your cares away for just a little while. And I hope you see me next time.